welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for hopping on in this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, hit that subscribe button, you guys, and stay tuned. Hit that notification button as well, because I post up new videos and new content every freaking day, bring you some great motivation, great tips, and how you can wise up and rise up inside of your life. So with that being said, now that we got that off the table, let's get into it, you guys. If you clicked on this video, you already know that I'm going to bring you great tips and tools and just motivation in regards to the topic that we're going to talk about. So why I decided to talk about, are the narcissists really happy, is because a lot of times the narcissists are very ego driven. I am not a professional in knowing all about narcissism and all that. By any means am I trying to be, and by any means am I trying to tell people what to do and how to feel and how to view things. I'm just sharing with people great tips and tools in regards how I dealt with my situation, with my issues, or whatever things that I experienced through life, to bring to you guys motivation and how it's inspired me, how has it helped me inside of life, and how I was able to wise up and rise up inside of my life with these tips and tools that I share with, and motivation that I share with you guys. So with that being said, if you guys are new to my channel, I was in a narcissistic relationship for about 18 years, and it's been a year now that we have broken up. He is the father of my daughter, and through that whole relationship, he was very abusive mentally, emotionally, at times when we first met, physically. But now, again, we are broken up, and I still go through that mental abuse, right? And it's so crazy because I know I've heard stories that people who's been in narcissistic abusive relationships, especially if you're still co-parenting with that narcissist, you know, it's so much more challenging to be able to move on from that situation when, you know, especially if you suffered from codependency from that person. And, you know, it's a lot more challenging when you have a kid with them, because you still have to talk to that person. You still have to find common grounds. You still have to figure out ways and how you're going to communicate with that person, you know, in regards to your child. So I found that, you know, with narcissism, they're ego driven, right? Again, I'm disclosing, I'm not a professional. No, I just know I'm a professional. My messed up experience with my narcissism, a narcissistic relationship, I'm expert in that area. I don't know fully about, you know, I haven't studied it. I have, but I don't want to sit here and say that I know everything about them. But so at the same time, it's just like, I find that narcissists are very ego driven, right? They will do everything possible to protect their ego. And if they find that you offended them or you hit a spot in their ego to upset them, the whole world is ending for them. Like, I find that they get super upset, and they just become very aggressive, and just very angry, and they'll say anything in the book to put you down, to hurt you, to belittle you, to make you feel like shit, because you rub their ego. You rub their ego in a negative way, not in a good way, because damn, if you rub those narcissist egos in a good way, they're happy-go-lucky. You're feeding them the what they want, right? You're feeding into their ego, and you're feeding into exactly what they want. A lot of people, to me, I think that a lot of people think that, oh, that the narcissist loves me, they care about me. I came to realize that I don't believe that narcissists know how to love. I think that they know how to feed their ego. They know what it is exactly that they want inside of their life. They know how they want to be treated. And once they can get that supply, that's a wrap. They don't need you anymore, right? Especially if you did something that, again, really affected their ego, really put down their ego. They're just like, they're done with you. They move on to the next, right? And I think that that's how I look at, you know, the narcissist when it comes to ego. Everything is ego driven. The way they treat you, ego driven. The way they see you, ego driven. The way They talk to you ego driven. Everything is ego driven. So that's the biggest thing that I see with the narcissist, in regards to, you know, how they're gonna treat you. When the day comes that you keep rubbing their ego the wrong way, and they feel that you can't feed their ego the supply that they want, they're going to move on to somebody else. And once that person, you know, can feed into their ego, and you're not feeding into their ego anymore, but you're rubbing the ego in a negative way, then you're like the narcissist's worst enemy. Like, they will do everything possible to hurt you and put you down, even though they give this show that everything is great. They everything is good on their side. They have the best relationship in the world. And the reason why I talk about this is because I thought the same thing. I thought that my narcissist moved on, and he had, you know, the greatest life ever. But think about it this way. Let me share this tip with you. Is at the end of the day, if they are so happy and they are so, everything is all glitter and everything is all gold, then why do they still disrespect you? Why do they feel the need to be so rude and aggressive with you, or vindictive or spiteful, right? At the end of the day, is somebody truly happy? When you think of the narcissist and you see they put on this show, you might think to yourself, okay, this person must be really happy because they have everything. Let's say your narcissist goes out, he has a nice car, he has a nice home, he puts on this front that his relationship is perfect. But yet with you, the narcissist is so mean, vindictive, spiteful. And is that truly happy? Really do your research on what true happiness is. True happiness is living in the bliss of love, right? That's true happiness. True happiness is living in love. True happiness is not feeding into anger, not feeding into fear, not feeding into frustration. All those low vibrational feelings, that's not true bliss. That's not true happiness. True happiness is honestly living in love, not in fear, not in anger, not in grudge, not in, animosity, not all those are negative and if you're thinking that somebody is truly happy, but yet they give off all these negative emotions and messed up emotions, and can do vindictive and conniving and mean things to another person, they're not truly happy, because God is love. God is true happiness. And if somebody is really truly happy, they will not have the time or day to even spend the energy or spend the time to even be mean to you, to even do something vindictive to you, to even do something hurtful to you. So that image that somebody shows to you, remember, when somebody is giving off a front, or somebody wants to show off or act a certain way, that's all ego driven. At the end of the day, true love is living in your happiness and living that you're content with all that's around you, and you're happy for somebody even though if they did you wrong. Like, that's true happiness, right? Because at the end of the day, we are all God's children. We are all God's children, and we are all deserving, whether good or bad, whether how you want to see it. Like, we are all deserving of living a happy and blissful life, right? And I do truly believe whoever does me wrong, that's their karma, right? That's what they have to go through. So if they want to be mean, they want to be vindictive, they want to do whatever to me, they can live in their karma, because they're going to face it in this lifetime, and whatever it be, that's on them. But my true happiness is living content with the love that I have within me, knowing that great things are going to come towards me if I do great things to other people, if I wish people well, if I love on people, then I will live in that happiness of not letting that darkness consume me. That's true happiness. So you got to ask yourself that question, right? When you are looking at the narcissist and you're looking at his life and that he's portraying, but yet he is coming at you in a whole different level, is that true happiness? Or the tables can be turned. Your narcissist is coming back at you, is in a relationship and still trying to talk to you, still trying to flirt with you, still trying to say, can I come over? Can we do this? Or is checking on your Instagram, checking on your Facebook, checking up on you. You got to ask yourself that question. Is that person really happy as they keep showing off that they are, if they're constantly still bothering with little old you? So when you look at the outside of people's exterior, you got to ask yourself, right? Is that person truly happy? And even if they're not, or they are, it really it doesn't matter in the sense of you being able to move on. The reason why I'm speaking about this is because if you have a narcissist, or if you have somebody that's coming at you viciously, and you're just like asking yourself, why the frig is this person being so mean, so vindictive, so hurtful, and so spiteful to me? Like, I don't understand. If this person is so happy, why are they? I know that we can sometimes ask ourselves these questions, and hey, this may not even be for a narcissist. This may be for somebody that you know that is just being a super asshole super to you, and you're wondering, like, I don't get it. Like, it's just like those celebrities or people out there that have all the money in the world. They have all this flashy car, flashy clothes, this is that, but yet they go through depression. They go through anxiety. They want to kill themselves, right? Because deep down, everything that glitters is not always motherfucking gold. Remember that. So as I'm saying that, remember, if you're seeing your narcissist, if you're seeing somebody who is hurting you, that's being vindictive, spiteful, and hurtful to you, and you may look at them on the outside and think they have it all. Why are they being so spiteful to little old me? It's because you're special, boo-boo. You're special. You have a light that you're shining that's so bright that's bothering their inner demons. There is something that they have within inside of themselves that is scratching and bothering their inner demons. That has nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. And I always say, hurt people. At the end of the day, if that person is truly happy, why do they feel the need to step into your circle, your life, to hurt you or be spiteful or do anything vindictive to hurt you? So these tips that I'm sharing with you through this motivation is to inspire you to don't let those motherfuckers steal your joy. Don't let them steal your happiness. Don't let them steal your light that you have within inside of you, because you know their inner demons is acting up. At the end of the day, let those hurt people be hurt people. Let them be that. But don't let them steal your light. Don't let them steal your joy, because at the end of the day, like I said, everything that glitters is not mother and gold. So if you're going through a breakup, if you're going through a situation with your narcissist and you're looking at him and you're thinking, oh my gosh, he has it all. He's posting up on social media. He's doing this and he's doing that. And it looks like he's living the happiest, best life ever. Remember, at the end of the day, when he used to try to be mean to you, hurt you, be spiteful and do all these mean things to you, nobody can flip off a switch like that. Nobody. In our mind, our egos want to feed us a story to make ourselves feel better, right? So we feed ourselves the story that, oh, this person's like this and that person's like that. No, at the end of the day, somebody can show you on the outside that, like I said, that everything's all glitter, but everything that glitters is not gold. Keep reminding yourself that. So when you see that narcissist acting like, oh my God, he has the best, that's his ego. Remember, our narcissists are ego driven. He will never show you that he's hurting. He will never show you that he's having a hard time getting over you, or he's thinking thoughts about you, or he'll never do that. His ego will never allow him to break down and show you any type of weakness. Right? This is why I honestly feel that's why they move on so fast. That's why they put on this front that they're living the best life ever after you, because their ego cannot stand to drop to show you, right, that they're hurting or they're sad or they're this or they're that. No, They'll do everything possible to push in your face that they're living the best life ever. So remember that. Remember the hurt. Remember the pain. Remember the vindictive, spiteful things that they did to you. People don't change in a flip of a script like that. It does not happen, right? It does not happen. So you got to remind yourself that same person that was hurting you, the same person that was putting you down, the same person is doing all that, especially if you are dealing with, co-parenting, and that person is being vindictive, spiteful when they take the kids, or when they do this or when they do that, when they give you child support or whatever the case may be that they're doing to be vindictive to you. Remember, at the end of the day, if somebody is truly happy with their life, they would not have the time or the energy to be vindictive and spiteful to you. So with those type of people, honestly, I sit here every day and I wish my narcissist well. I wish him well. I wish him nothing but happiness. I pray, and I'm a strong believer of God. I pray that he finds that the true happiness, not the fake persona that he's portraying, that he finds the true happiness within self, right? That he no longer feels the need that he needs to be spiteful, rude, vindictive to me, and we can actually one day co-parent, because that's what you really want, right? But at the end of the day, if that does not happen, it does not happen. Don't rely on wanting that closure, that for him to be that person that you wish he could be or she could be, right? At the end of the day, narcissists have to want to go through the process to work on themselves. And because of the ego, a lot of times they will not face that side, those inner demons, to try to work on themselves because their ego is so high. So keep that in mind. Narcissists are ego driven. At the end of the day, they're going to do everything to show you that they're doing better off without you. So when they come at you and they be rude to you, they be mean to you, they be all this, keep that in mind. Or if you're not in contact with them, but they used to be mean to, keep that in mind. At the end of the day, how can somebody just run off and one day become super happy? Like, it doesn't work that way, right? They still have those inner demons. They're still going through that pain and whatever it is that they're going through before they got into that new supply and living that supposedly great life that they're living, right? Nobody can flip off a switch like that unless they're a psychopath. So at the end of the day, keep that in mind, you guys. At the end of the day, everything that glitter is not gold. And if you're going through a tough patch with your narcissist, and you're going through a patch where you're just questioning, killing yourself, trying to understand, why are they so happy? Why are they living the best life? And, I'm here sad and hurting and pain. Understand that they are ego driven. They will never show you that they're hurting. They will never show you that they're going through pain. They'll never really expose to you how they truly are feeling, right? Unless they're trying to hoover you, and unless they're trying to manipulate you to get back in a relationship with them. And that's the only time that they'll show their weakness, because they want to get one over on you, right? They want to get what they want from you. They want to probably just use you for sex, or they want to just try to, again, get into a relationship to do this, take control over you and do the same thing over and over again. Remember what I'm saying to you. Everything with them is ego driven, with or without you. Remember that. So I hope that this motivation, I hope this tip has inspired you, that if you're sitting down there today and you're crying, or you're wondering why the hell are they living such a happy life and living all this and living all that, but yet they're still so mean to you, or they're still trying to, hurt you, or they're still trying to manipulate you or do anything to harm you, remember what I'm saying to you. It's all ego. It is all ego driven. So keep that in mind, you guys. I hope I motivated you, inspired you in some sort of way. If this video has helped you and motivated you, inspired you, uplifted you in some sort of way, anytime you're going through a hard time, anytime your narcissist comes back and tries to hoover you, or be vindictive, or be hurtful to you, or whatever the case may be, come back at this video. Watch this video. Keep this in mind. Help this to motivate you and inspire you, that when they come around with their bullshit, you already know what's up. You already know how to handle it. You already know how to stay motivated and inspired when they come around. Because I know for sure in hell, I am for sure going to watch back this video when my narcissist comes back around and tries to manipulate me, tries to put me down, tries to, say things to hurt me. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna watch my own damn video to motivate and inspire me to be like, Tracy, you know what's up. You know what's up with that person. They can put on a front as much as they want, but I know deep down, if a person is truly happy, they would not be so mean to another person. They would not do everything in their power to hurt another person. That's not true happiness. But at the end of the day, like I said in this video, wish them well, right? And really don't hold on to your power. Don't give away your power. What I mean by giving away your power is don't give in to their miserable self and anger and frustration. Don't let them steal your joy, because in the midst of the moment, you could be having the greatest day ever and then pop around and try to do something to mess up your day, right? Don't let them steal your joy. You be the bigger person. You stand in love. You stand in the true meaning of happiness. And I guarantee you guys, little by little, as you start learning these tips and tools and you start implementing these things from my YouTube videos, I hope that you will become wiser and stronger to wise up and rise up inside of your life, because knowledge is power. And when you have knowledge over these types of people, there's no way that you can lose. You'll always be winning. So let's keep winning together. Stay tuned, you guys. Join the Wise Up, Rise Up community, you guys, to stay motivated, to stay inspired. I have an amazing Wise Up, Rise Up Facebook group that I post motivational stuff on there every day to keep you inspired. And I also have an amazing podcast called the Wise Up, Rise Up podcast. Different content goes on there, you guys, comparison to my YouTube. So go check that out. It's on Anchor. It's on Spotify. You can also go check if you're going through relationship issues. I 100% am urging you to go check out my TikTok, you guys. My TikTok has a lot of amazing motivation, inspiration, tips, and tools about breakups, exes, and healing. Go check that out, you guys. I guarantee you guys will not regret it. So guys, go check out that as well. You guys, I'll leave all the links inside of my comments. I'm getting a couple people asking me, how can I give them some relationship advice? The best way I can give you relationship advice is leave me a comment. Let me know what questions you have, and I'll make a video on it specifically just for you. Or I'll leave my link tree. You can also click the link in the comments of my link tree and book a half-an-hour session for me that I can answer your questions and see how I can help you to set up a game plan to wise up and rise up and to grow and heal and become knowledgeable on your situation and different ways that you probably would have not been able to see it, to help you to truly heal, to move forward, to not keep propelling into the same cycles, into the same messed up relationships, into the same narcissistic relationships with other peoples with a different body. There's patterns, right? So we need to learn how to break the patterns. So if you want to learn more, please, I'm going to leave all the links in my comments. Make sure that you're subscribing to this channel to stay tuned every day, to stay inspired and stay motivated. Thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. I hope this video has uplifted you, motivated you, inspired you in some sort of way to keep wising up and rising up inside of your life, because you are deserving. You are worthy of greatness, and you are a beautiful, magnificent person. Remember that. Keep these words inside of your heart and stay true to yourself, and don't let anyone steal your joy or peace today. That's a wrap, you guys. I'll see you guys in another video.